Hey guys, so today is my first day getting filler. I'm so excited, kind of nervous because I don't know what to expect. It's my first time doing this. So you will meet Twee and Dr. Lee, and they suggested I fill this area right underneath my eyes because actually my concern is this saggy down here. I know it's not that serious, but it's just something that bugs me. So she suggested we fill here, which will lift up this area, consequently lifting my jaw. So I'm excited and I'm glad you guys are here.
Fillers, depending on where, typically last anywhere from 6 months up to at least about a year. Okay. Around the mouth, since you talk, eat, it moves a little bit more. It tends to break down a little faster as well.
So the less I talk and eat, it will last.
Okay. And it depends on how much you add as well. If you do a little bit, then it probably doesn't last as long as if you do the full correction initially. Okay, so we might add just a little bit on her cheekbones here, just to give her a little bit of that highlight.
Okay.
I think it'll.
Yeah, those disappeared.
You'll. First time you want to film. Alright, so right now I'm just putting a little bit of numbing for the cannulas to go later.
How did the numbing feel?
It was actually fine. It actually felt like Botox, just the same needle width, just a little pinch. Not a big deal.
So first I like to start on her cheeks. Ideally for fillers, I like to start from the top and then work my way down. Because adding fillers to the top helps kind of lift up the face, and that affects the lower face as we go along. So she's got pretty good cheekbones, but we're just gonna highlight a little bit over in this area. So the area of maximal height for the cheek should be around right here. There's different lines that you can draw, but it should be around this area. So we're gonna put a little bit over here, and then we'll go back with the cannula. So for the cheeks, I like to use VOLUMA, which is made by Juvederm. There's different types of products for that, but this works great for the cheekbones. And so right now I'm going deep, right over the bone. Okay. And I'm just going to be going back and forth, so.
Okay.
I didn't even feel that.
So I put a little bit of numbing earlier, but these products from Juvederm, the fillers, they has a little bit of numbing there as well. So so now I'm gonna add a little bit more to her cheeks, but this time I'll be using the cannula to kind of fan out the product. So create a little port for the cannula to go through. So the cannula is basically a long needle, but the tip is not sharp. So even though it might look intimidating, the tip here creates less trauma to the area. And from one point of insertion, I can kind of fan the product around. Okay. Again, I'm pretty deep in the subcutaneous area, and I'm right in this area right now. I'm just gonna create a little bit of highlight on her lateral zygomatic arch here. Michelle, do you feel anything right now?
Not really. I feel like you're doing something, but
Most people feel maybe a little pinch of pressure here and there if you go along. You're doing great. And again, we didn't use a lot of numbing or anything like that earlier, just at the entry point. Right now, I'm just right there. I want to create that little high point right here. So again, we just want to highlight this area. I usually stay away from the front side here because you don't want to make this heavy. That will just accentuate your laugh line. But out here, that creates a nice lift and a shadow effect here. Okay. Again, I'm just creating a small little port for the cannula to go through. Okay. So my cannula is in. Go ahead and turn this on. So a little pressure here. So again, I put a small amount right over the bone here on the cheeks, and then I kind of fan the rest out with the cannula using Juvederm VOLUMA, even though you could use other brands as well.
The real,
okay.
so it doesn't hurt.
Doesn't hurt. It feels tight. It definitely feels like something poked me. So I guess it feels a little sore, but it does feel tight, which I assume I want to feel that way.
Now we're getting ready to place a little bit of filler underneath her front of her face or under her eye area. Okay. And this is a cannula, so the tip is round or not sharp. Okay. So there's a sensitive area here where the blood vessels come out, so I'm going to put just a little drop of numbing here just to make her a little bit more comfortable. Not much because we don't want to create a lot of swelling here. Right there. And now with your eyes look up towards the ceiling again. So here you can kind of appreciate a little bit of the hollowing or shadowing here. So this is kind of an area that we'll be replacing with the filler. Okay, you can relax and close your eyes. Okay. And again, this area is best, safer to work with a cannula. So you might feel, it's a sensitive spot, so you might feel a little pressure. There we go, but you're doing great. And with my other finger, I'm feeling the tip of the cannula, so I know exactly where it is. Okay. I'll put another strand here. Okay. starting to fill up. I can feel it coming up under my finger. Again, this is not sensitive area, so she's doing great. Okay. Just a little gentle massage in this area here. You're doing great. Okay. All right, good. You can open your eyes and see. Okay, that's right there. So that's much better here. It might expand a little bit. It's the skin under the eyes are very delicate, and so you don't want to overdo it.
Yeah, this is the camera that it's not sharp, so it does take a little bit more pressure to get it through. If it goes to come up underneath her, kind of under her eyes here, put a little bit more of the filler. In this area, I'm trying to go as deep as possible, so that way the results are more natural. Okay, great. And with my other tip, I know exactly where the tip of the cannula is, so.
So far she's doing great. I don't see any bruising, so since we're using most of the cannula most of the time. Okay. And then we're gonna work on her around her mouth next.
Oh, I can't wait to see how the needles actually went in. It's a good thing I'm not watching that now.
See, it might be small, but the tip again is blunt, and the gel comes out from the side, so it's not as sharp like a needle. So that way, as I'm going through, it creates less chance of bruising and less trauma to the skin. Okay, so we're gonna put a little bit around her nasolabial or laugh line here, and this you'll be able to see the results. With fillers, you can see some of the results right away. Even though over time the results get even better. For this, I'm using Juvederm Ultra Plus. Even though other fillers with similar characteristics could be used in this area as well. Okay. And you can kind of see I am tip these up here. I'm going right at the corner of her nose. And from one entry point, I'm able to fan this. So there's a triangle here that I'm trying to lift up. There's some blood vessels here, so if you're using a needle, you have to be careful. But with a cannula, I'm able to be a little bit safer in this area. I'm trying to go just medial to that line. And for that I used about almost a third of a syringe. Okay. Alright, so next I'm going to work underneath her corner of the mouth, the chin area. Here. Again, it's very subtle, but you can kind of see a little bit of shadowing, so I'll put a little bit of support in that marionette, the triangle area. Would you you look down, you kind of see a little bit of that shadowing, but where I'm standing. I'll point it out here. That area here, I'm trying to smooth down here.
As we age, we come also lose volume in this area here. We also get some receding of the gum and the teeth bones around here. So. There's also a nerve that comes up here, so it could be a little sensitive area as well. I'm going to reach to the little bit this way. Okay.
Try and reach. There we go. I'm going to reach up to the corner of her mouth just to put a little bit and give it a little bit of support here. Okay, I'm at the tip of the corners here. And again, I'm just kind of fanning the product in this triangular area here. So you can see I only used about a third of a syringe, but you can see the difference between here and here. Yeah, it's smoother, and here you can see more of the volume loss and the shadowing in that area. So after all this, maybe next time we can do a little bit of her lips. She got a little bit of a bruise from
I'm clumsy.
from yeah, from a little
I dropped the phone on my face.
Yeah, so we're not gonna work on her lips today, but I think she will look great with just a little bit of filler on her lips, just to take out, give a little bit of more of a smoothness and remove some of those lines. And give her a little bit more of a poutiness there.
You can see the immediate results as we go on. I'm just blending it in this area here.
Okay, that's great. Okay, and again, we're gonna work on this little left side of her marionette area. So from out here, I'm able to reach all the way across. So these cannulus comes in different lengths and sizes.
You okay, Michelle? Okay.
So far we only use 2 syringes here, and we'll see how. Sometimes people need 4 syringes. It just kind of depends on where and how mature they are. So I put a little bit more, and you can see the difference in that already. I think I just needed that last little bit more. It's common that one side of your face ages faster than the other. It's usually the left side. It could be the side that you sleep on, or if you do a lot of driving, that's the side that gets more sun, so more sun damage and more aging on the left side. Okay, good. I think that looks much better with just a little bit more. So we'll probably use about half a syringe on each side for nasolabial fold. And I think we can use a little bit more under the eyes. I'm going to go back and add just a touch more. Okay, and open your eyes and just look up towards the ceiling. Okay, so that tells me I kind of want to get into that area here. Okay, you can close your eyes. Again, here the skin's delicate, so you don't want to overdo it. Leave a little bit of room for the area to expand. So we added a little bit more under the eyes, and you can kind of see that here it's a lot more smoother compared to here. Just looks right about there, yeah. Good. I'm not sure you can appreciate, but here I still see a little bit of a hollowing or shadowing here versus here. So we'll put a little bit more in this area. And again, I think that's plenty here. Leave a little bit of room for it to for the product to expand. Otherwise, if you do too much, then you might get that Tyndall effect in this area.
I'm placing this product below the orbital rim, and I've always had my finger here just to protect the area and kind of know where I am. So now you want to definitely go slow and steady. Okay. So my fingers are right on the border here, and I know exactly where the tip of my needle is because I can feel it. Open your eyes. Just about done. There's only a little bit left. I think this side needs a little bit more, but... Just a little bit. Sensitive areas.
We did a lot of different areas today. Again, just to recap, we highlighted her lateral cheekbone a little bit, under her eyes, around the mouth, and around the chin area. So for each side, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 different areas of entry, and we use mostly cannula, except one up here. So she has, so far I don't see any bruising, which is great. And with that, I think even if she wants to go out tonight, I don't think anybody will really know. So, and she just looks more refreshed and rested. Next time, stay tuned. We'll demonstrate on her lips, and we'll give her just a very soft, natural kind of a sexy lip look.
Did my first round of fillers. We used 3 vials. I thought we were gonna do 2, but they did 3. I'm feeling numb right here, right now, but I know that will go away. But I can see, oh my gosh, I can see how my face looks smoother. Those little tiny lines are smoothed out. I can feel him sculpting my face the whole time, which was really cool. It was pretty pain-free. Good thing I wasn't looking at any needles going into my face. But overall, we were told that it takes about a week for everything to settle. So we'll come back and show the results after a week. Right now. Excuse my hair, but this is my 2-week result. Ooh, white hair. So now I have 2 good sides. This side. This side. Used to just be this side because this cheekbone was higher, but now I've got the lift on my right side. I was like, yay. And there's more sculpting. I can see it right in here, just in that higher part of my cheeks. I can feel it. And then here, that definitely pulled up this area here. So that's 2 weeks and it's settled in, and wow. I did my makeup a little differently too. That might help, but I feel really good about it. Overall, the whole process, I highly recommend. Don't be scared, guys. The general reaction when I tell people I have done it, it's very positive. Since that video, I have also done some thread lifts, some PDO thread lifts. So I'll be doing a video about that too, so you can see. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.